sisters in India, and good evening for everyone in US. Welcome to with Rudram chanting and special satsang with Sridharan uncle. Without much ado, I think we can get started, Mama. Sairam.
Sairam. Sairam Jaggi.
Sairam, Mama.
Okay, Sairam. I'll start. My humble pranam, the lotus feet of our Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. It's a really immense pleasure for me to be with you all once again, to have the experiences of Swami's devotees in various fields. So, I don't know how to express my gratitude to our beloved Bhagavan. He has shown immense pleasure and also to others to have the miracles that Swami has done to them. Some of the things no human can perform that one, but for our beloved Bhagavan. It's really great pleasure for me also to be with Swami's fold and helping others in the day-to-day life and also in other aspects what Swami has done to them. And first I request our Sambamurti has come and he had a lot of experiences with our beloved Swami. The initial stage, not at all a follower of our beloved Swami, how Swami has turned him. And I think Sambamurti has come. I request Sambamurti to express your experiences with our beloved Bhagavan, Sai Ram. Sambamurti has come.
Yes, you are on mute. You are on mute, Sairam.
Okay, Sairam. Namaste to everybody. And good morning or good evening, whatever is the time in US. I have seen the grace of Bhagavan through Sridhar uncle. So when I first met Sridhar uncle, I was in a very depressed state of mind and I was troubled with health problems. He asked me to come to one hospital. I thought he was a doctor, so I just went to the hospital. To my surprise, he was in a ward with his wife beside him in bed. I was kind of embarrassed and a delicate situation like, what is this? Have I come to disturb him or something like that? So I was suffering from some chronic health problems, and Sridhar uncle was very magnanimous enough to ask me to come to the hospital in spite of his personal difficulties. Many of us in that situation even wouldn't have taken a phone call from unknown people. But he was very kind enough and magnanimous to ask me to come to the hospital and give me his miracle Reiki treatment to me. And for the following 1 week, I went to the hospital with slightly embarrassed state of mind, but I was desperate for some cure as I was suffering for more than 20 years. And he treated me there for 1 week, and after that I went to his home for some time for treatment. He was nursing his wife. Very patiently he will ask me to wait and he will attend to me at the earliest. So I have never seen such a selfless person in my life, and he brought me great relief from that chronic condition which I suffered. I would be ever grateful to him. And I want to recount even some of the other incidents so that others may know and make use of his services. I have one of my friends, Anand, who had a meniscus membrane tear in his knee. He was working out in the gym and he got injured and he underwent some surgery. So doctor advised him 4 to 6 weeks of rest. He shouldn't walk. Advised him to take complete rest. Then I referred him Sridhar uncle to just go and meet him. So he got in touch with Sridhar uncle over phone, and uncle did his healing touch over the phone itself. And you won't believe, in 10 days, myself and Anand, we went to Mantralayam. He walked like a normal person. It was one of the best miracles I have seen in person from Sridhar uncle. It was really astounding. And I'm a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharishi. And one day Sridhar uncle suddenly told me, you will see Bhagavan in your dreams. Within a week, I had darshan of Bhagavan in my dreams. He said only once, but after that, I have seen Bhagavan in my dreams 3 times or 4 times. So those things are really, you cannot explain that. All his words are coming true. He has become kind of a guide to me. I don't take any major decisions in life uh, without consulting him. Um, I mean, I see Sai's miracle and divine presence through him. Maybe I'm not praising Sai Baba directly here, but that's what my feeling is. And I have referred a lot of friends to Sridhar uncle, and he has absolutely worked wonders. And he is a true example of love all and serve all, and without any taking any money. He's just a wonderful human being, and I pray Bhagavan Satya Sai to grant him a very, very long life and health. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. Namaste. Over to you, Mama. You're talking on mute.
Oh, looks like instead of unmuting,
Yeah, this is actually, I need to give some feedback. This is actually really bad user experience that to put a end button right next to unmute and the stuff. So I'll probably give some feedback there. This is really a bad user experience.
true. Mama is back. Mama, you can slowly unmute, Mama.
Can the admin unmute on his behalf?
No, I can only mute. I cannot unmute. So,
Oh, that one way to unmute. Okay.
yeah.
It's a privacy issue, right? Somebody might be muting and
Yeah.
mute இருக்குப்பா.
Calling Mama.
Oh.
Sagan Bhaskar, he's saying he's not able to unmute. Maybe he might have to log out and then log in back.
No, he can unmute.
No, he said he's just texted me he's not able to unmute.
Then maybe log out and log back in is probably better.
Saram Sambhaburti, brother.
Yes, sir.
Maybe till he joins back, maybe you could relate, if you don't mind, your dream experiences of Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. Oh, he's back.
Yes, yes. I had, I mean, in the dream I saw sitting very close to Ramana Maharishi a couple of times. And 1 month back, I had another dream where I'm falling at the feet of Ramana Maharishi. And I'm holding both his foot, and I'm getting an electric shock from his foot.
Oh,
But I don't know, I didn't understand what that meant. But after a week or 10 days after that dream, I had a severe injury to my left eye. When I was playing badminton, one of the badminton rackets hit my left eye. We rushed to emergency, it was completely blood red. I thought I couldn't see anything in the left eye, it was totally black. I thought I lost my left eye. Then I called the Mama, Sridharan uncle, I called him and told him, he said, nothing will happen, your eye will be 100% all right, you will regain all your eyesight. He told me that. And it happened in December 20th, 2020, and it has been 3 weeks, around 3 weeks now. If you see my left eye, it's completely white. There's no reddishness. And Mama is also doing the healing from his side. So now I feel like maybe Bhagavan blessed me, she blessed me in the dream. And in Tamil, we are saying, Talaikku vandhathu Thalapavada pochu. Like whatever was mental damage, the impact got reduced by his blessing. And that's what I feel now. Regarding my dreams,
thank you very much, brother, for sharing. That is truly a fantastic experience, especially getting Pada Namaskar of Lord Bhagavan Maharishi, Ramana Maharishi. I think you are so blessed. Thank you very much for sharing that. Sairam.
Yes, Sairam. I hope now it is clear. Hello, Sairam?
Yes, Mama, we can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ramamurthy. I think now there is one doctor. I think Prasad has come. Amarnath?
Yes. Hello, and good morning. Yes.
I request Dr. Prasad to share his experiences with all of us. He was the Dean of Medical College at Bangalore. A doctor will tell everything and share his experiences with us. Sairam, doctor.
Sairam. Good morning to everybody. I have a great experience having blessings taken by Sridharan ji. I was down with the COVID. So that time when I was hospitalized, my brother-in-law Amarnath suggested and gave me the contact of Sridharan ji, and he was kind enough to give his the blessings to myself and my wife, because especially with this pandemic period, we are affected by a disease is a very actually as a mentally it's a very bad agony, and we don't have our close people around us. We will be all alone, and that time timely Sriran Mama could give the support. So it was a continuous support, and that mean as he was promised me, within a week we will be back home. So it was exactly within a week I could get released from the hospital and come home and continue the treatment. This is he has suggested for the bath with the rock salt, and that negate that relieved of the negative energy, and the Reiki treatment is a very much positive energy treatment as we feel, as the science also says. It is actually concentration of the energy to build up our energy. So it's a good treatment, and he has very good commitment. And as a devotee of Bhagavan, he carries all his credits with the Bhagavan, and that keeps him going. And we are blessed to have his support, and we continue to seek his blessings in the days also to come. I wish that his sphere to spread further and many people get benefited. So such program definitely will enlighten people and needy people to reach him, and let Bhagavan give him good strength to continue this with this same patience, attitude, and compassion. So mainly that compassion has helped many people to come out of their ailment. Thank you, Mama,
Thank you.
for the opportunity to this.
You have not told about your profession. You are the dean of.
Yeah. I am a dental surgeon and maxillofacial specialty, and I was working in a dental college as a principal and director for last about 35 years as our institution, and now I am retired and just having a consultancy practice only. I am placed at Mangalore, and I am continuously in touch with Sai Center and regularly join their group for the Rudra chanting and Chamaka chanting. So it is a good the connectivity for all of us. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, Sairam.
Thank you, Dr. Sairam
Thank you,
Rajendra.
thank you.
We are really happy that you have
Yes.
come and
Yeah.
expressed your experience with Swami.
Yeah,
Everything.
it was a good recovery phase, and timely it has come, and
Yes,
yes, Bhagavan has sent you to help us.
Sairam sir. Everything has been by our beloved Bhagavan Sairam. Thank you,
Yes, thank
Doctor,
you.
for having come over here and
Sure.
shared your experiences.
Sure.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sairam. Thank you. Our Narayanan land has come from Los Angeles. Sairam Jaggi.
Yeah, Mama.
Narayanan. Any Narayanan is there? He was from Sairam. Narayanan from Los Angeles. He has got a unique experience for the sake of others. He is going to share with us. Sairam Narayan.
Good evening, good morning, folks in India, and good evening to all the folks in US. இந்த குரூப்ல இருக்கிறதுக்கு நான் தகுதி இல்லாதவன். எனக்கும் பகவானுக்கும் கிடையாது. பகவான் சொல்லணும்னா நான்
English, uncle.
Oh, you want English? Okay. So I say I'm not fit enough to be part of this group, to be honest with all of you, because Bhagavan has Ratatale. I don't know how to say in English. If anybody can translate the
Afro hair.
And I never believed in Bhagavan. And I have a sister who is a very staunch believer in Mama, Sridharan uncle, and she told me that people. I never believed it. In India, who was down with a kidney problem, Mama we first talk of this event couple of weeks back, and to go to my house in Madras, to on a daily basis. My parents told me that if anyone is curing Bala, my sister, I refuse to believe it. I say the person, human being, cannot do these things. These are all bogus and so on. I never believed it. In 2015, when I went to India, I told him straight on his face that I do not believe in you. I don't want any healing from you. He said it's okay. And then I used to argue with him. And he made me sit next to him. He touched his hand on my head. And I had a feeling that cannot be explained. There was some shock that went through my head to toe, and it was a completely different feeling. And after that, and Mama and me have a separate connection. It is much beyond Bhagavan, beyond anything, which cannot be told. And in 1984, I had an eye injury, and I lost a lot of vision in my left eye. Like Sri Sambamurti, who just said, you hit his eye in a badminton racket. In a freak accident, I lost my eyesight, pretty much. And the right eye is the only eye that I see through pretty much. And in May 2019, my pressure was on the eye side in my left eye. Doctors who know here, who are your doctors in the group here, will know my pressure was almost 25 in my left eye. So it means that I'm going to become blind soon. So my doctor advised me to have an implant called Zen implant, which is like implanting a straw at the back of the eye, which will drain the liquid from the eye so that the pressure will go down. So I did this surgery and the pressure dropped to single digits. It went down all the way from 25 to 2. My eye doctor is panicking. He has given me medicines to cure that, but I was really scared because I thought I'm going to fix something to prevent me from becoming blind, but I almost lost my eye. And I called Mama. And I told Mama say this is the situation. Mama said, nothing will happen. In 2 weeks from now, when you go to the doctor again, your pressure will be 8. Believe me or not, I had this medicine and 2 weeks later, I go to my eye doctor. He's stunned to see my pressure at 8. Same number that Mama told me. As if he's eye doctor, he told me 2 weeks upfront that my eye pressure will be 8 when I see the doctor. In addition to that, just before the surgery, I had a scare of my life. I had a flash on my right eye. That's the only eye I have. And it's like a tube light or a lightning flashing on my edge of my eye. And immediately went to my eye doctor, and he suspected a retinal tear. And my sister, who lives in San Francisco, now used to live in Seattle, was very scared. She was scared to death. She loves me a lot. She told me, because her husband's uncle had a similar situation, and he lost his eyes and he was blind for many years towards the end of his life. So she was scared that I was going to become blind. And so she said, please call Sridharan Mama. So immediately he called Sridharan uncle. So then I rushed to the hospital to my eye surgeon to have a look at it. And they had a look at it and they found out it is not a retinal tear. Mama said, well, going to the hospital, I called Mama. It was in the morning, pretty much. I woke Mama up in the middle of the night, pretty much. 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke him up from bed. And Mommy was not well during this time. And Mama used to serve Mommy sitting next to her always. And I disturbed him and he told me, nothing to worry, Narayanan. Go to the doctor, you'll be fine. A minor surgery will be performed and you'll be all right. And at the end of the day today, you'll give me a good news. So I went there and there was a retinal hole and they had an emergency surgery and they fixed it within half an hour and I was all right. And Mama came I used to live in Chicago. Mama came with me from Seattle to Chicago with me to be with me for a day. And during that time, I introduced one of my friends who was about to commit suicide. She had a major depression, and she was acting lunatic. She was acting really mad, and her daughter's marriage was performed in Chicago. And during the time, she would say a lot of nonsense, and she'll go and tell something to her son-in-law, saying that I'm going to commit suicide tomorrow morning. And what if my daughter commits suicide? What will happen if this earth falls, if this tree falls on this house, and so on and so forth? She was scared, and she was really mentally very upset. And I told I connected her to Mama. Within she has taken many medicines for many years, and doctors were not able to cure her. And Mama cured her within a couple of weeks. And they were so thrilled for them to have that happen in their family. They invited Mama to their Sashwata Purti. And Mama came to Chicago again to attend the Sashwata Purti of their Sashwata Purti. And they had a son who had a problem which is more like a mini autistic. He was, I hate to say mentally retarded is not the right word, but there's something called Asperger's or something, some disease, which it's like he was slightly below a normal human being in terms of mind. Mama cured him, and he completed his master's. He is working in IT industry today, thanks to Mama. Similarly, I had a close friend here. After coming to Los Angeles, I found a person who is exactly similar to my sister, who is no more now. And she told me casually that she's going through some rough thing for almost 25 years. And it's more like a lady's situation. And constant blood going in both places. And she cannot take milk, and she has not tested any milk-based products for almost 20 years. And she's a staunch Sai devotee like my sister, who is no more. And I introduced her to Mama. Mama cured her within a few months, 100%. A person who has gone to hell for 20 years with a problem was completely recovered from the problem, and she started eating milk-based products for 6 months. And then she told me, Anna, I have started eating milk-based products thanks to Sridharan Mama, and I have no problems. The problem which was not cured for 20 years by many doctors, she has gone through many different types of services by doctors, but still the problem was not solved, and Mama cured it within few months. I think Mama cured it in 2 or 3 months. Mama can tell exactly how long it took. And the last one I wanted to come to say this, when Mama came to my house in Los Angeles, I invited few of my friends who are Sai devotees to come and take blessings from him. And one of the daughters of my friend was taking this ACT SAT exam. Mama gave a pen to her and a pencil and told her to take this pen and a pencil with you when you go to the exam, and requested her to revisit the answers after completing the exam. And he said, you will have 4 questions incorrectly. When you revisit your answers again, you will be correcting those 4 questions, and you will be getting full marks in your math, HCD or SAT, whatever the exam it was. Exactly like that happened. And they called me before going to exam to take my blessings. I said, don't take my blessings. My blessings are there, but I'm not competent. Take the blessings of Mama. So they called Mama before going to the exam. Mama said this repeated same thing, what you said almost 2 months before that in my house. And she went to the exam. She completed the exam. She revisited the questions. She corrected the 4 questions. She got 800 SAT. So And interestingly, the last 4 questions that she corrected ended as BA. The answers were because it's multiple choice thing. So she picked BA. And she called me and said, Baba was there in my exam. And she called Mama to tell her. And Mama has told many of my friends, and it will take a lot of time for me to converse. And so to tell all those things here. So I take this and I say, thank for giving me an opportunity to talk about Mama. Mama is a very great, noble soul, and he's full of energy. And he'll come to my house pretty much close to midnight. And 9 out of 10 days I'll be sleeping, but still he'll come and he'll bless me. And he's doing a selfless service. And let's all pray for Mama to be healthy and to do this for many, many, many more years to come to all of us. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about my experiences and experience of you. There are many more, but I do not have time here. So thank you. God bless. Sairam.
Thank you, Narayan, for having expressed the way in which how the Swami has come into the field. As it, also in the beginning, it was like that, and everything. How now I am, everything is guided by Swami. So really happy that you have shared the experiences. That's why I request 1 minute session of whether that our DP has come. Sai.
Yes. Sai Chandrasekhar is very much available. I saw his name.
Yeah, please, I request our Sai to express his experiences. He is the DP of Bangalore South, it seems, Sairam. Am I correct, Sairam?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Next to
he is the district president for Bangalore South.
Yeah. Please ask him to express his experience.
Yes, Sairam, sir. Am I audible? Sairam.
Sairam's understanding. Happy to meet you, Sairam.
Very happy to see you again, though I've been seeing you in these satsangs silently after that. But it's a pleasure to talk to you. Loving Sairam to all of you. My pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Lord, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I think we are all here as Swami's devotees, so let us just forget about any organization, position, etc. Those are all very incidental, and it's just a task that Swami gives each one of us. So, putting that aside, for me, it was the first time that I got introduced. I had just joined this group for satsang, and then it was mid-October. October 16th is when I was tested positive, and it so happened that I went for Prashanti Seva for 2 weeks, and I returned home on October 15th morning, and October 16th evening I tested positive. And so obviously there was a bit of, I don't know if I can use the word anger in my wife, saying you went for Swami's Seva and then is this what Swami gives you in return? Kind of feeling. Though it was not expressed in that fashion, but I could read it on her face. But nevertheless, I think that is something which Swami says, taste is the taste, taste is his taste. So I guess this is part of that. And I think like almost everybody else in the last 9 months, while we have been seeing near and dear affected by COVID, we think we are ready for it in case it happens to us, but we are never ready. That is my experience. And suddenly everything goes helter-skelter. You don't know how to react in the first place. You don't know how to respond. There's so much of not just confusion, there's fear. I would say fear actually is the bigger challenge than the disease itself, is what I thought. The first 1 week I was at home and my symptoms were going down. I had continuous fever, and I think probably day 3 or something, Mama came into my life through the video call that we had. Now, my first response when I saw Mama on the video call was, am I going on stage? You know, the moment you see him on the screen, it suddenly brings up your energy level because it's such a serene, smiling, and a way that it really builds the confidence big time, I would say. In fact, I had exchanged messages saying the moment I talk to you, my confidence goes up. And I think that is a very, very important thing because it's my belief that in this whole process, one also needs to have faith. If there is no faith, then it's a challenge. Uh, and even if one doesn't have faith, the moment one sees Mama on the screen, I think that comes automatically. Because there are certain things which when you see, it strikes a chord, you know. Something inside different figures and says, hey, I think this is the right thing, this is the right place, or whatever is that feeling. And I think for me, that was the feeling I got when I first spoke to him on my phone screen. Now it so happened that after a week, things got worse and I had to get hospitalized. And so, but one thing was there, the compassion that someone spoke about earlier, I would say comes out very, very clearly. You know, in the there, he would call me and I would request him, can I call you back after a little while? Absolutely no issue. He's completely, understanding, and he himself actually calls back again even before I can call him. Such as his love and compassion. And I would say, when he is treating so many people across the world, to be able to do that, I thought was really loss of hope, say. And even in the hospital, he would regularly call, he would tell me, don't worry, another 3 days you would be fine. And as things have it, I definitely got better after those days. There are always a little bit of ups and downs, and I think those are things which Swami does to test our faith in him because he is coming to us through Mama. And so, if whether I have faith or not, is something which I think he constantly keeps testing by introducing a little bit here and there some things. But throughout, I think he kind of was really there like a pillar, if I can say so, a pillar of strength, for me at least, definitely. And I would eagerly look forward to his call on a daily basis. He would call me almost every day without fail and spend a few minutes. And those would be the minutes I would actually look forward to daily, irrespective of whether I was at home or in the hospital, lying on the hospital bed, seeing him on the phone screen would really pep me up. As soon as that's over, I would get up, go for a walk. So immediately the energy levels go up and things like that. Go for a walk in the corridor in the hospital itself. So that was the impact, I would say. And I would take this opportunity to once again express my heartfelt gratitude to you, sir. Uncle, Sridhar Mama, Uncle, please accept my gratitude. I think you've been a great pillar of support. And I can't really do that kind of seva that you're doing at this age. I always wonder at your age, what will be our condition? Will we be able to do even a little bit of service or not? But it's all His will. And I think it's really great that Swami is using you as His instrument to cure so many people. He has those three missions of healthcare, social care, educare, and the healthcare, I think, has been handed over to you by Swami to take care of the world. Jai Sai Ram.
Sairam Chandrasekhar. Really, it's a pleasure to have the experiences of your with Bhagavan. Everything Bhagavan has done to you. Of course, I have been made as an instrument by Bhagavan. So we are all have to thankful to and gratitude everything to our Lord Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba. But for him, nothing takes place. Everything he has done it. And as I told you, he has made, I am only the Karipata. But everything he has done and made me in the front that I have done it. It's all Bhagwan's grace. Thank you, Sandarsega.
Yeah.
We meet in person sometimes.
Definitely. Sairam.
Around Jaggi, I would like you to just show the video of Gayatri UK. Then I request Shesha Sainath to say his experience.
Sure, Mama. Give me 1 minute to bring it up.
Yeah, no problem. So that everybody, those who are having the desire, like Gayatri, Swami will definitely bless them. How she had the faith, everything, and how Swami has helped her. It is something, a miracle. Only Swami alone can do it. Or next you can put a last exercise on Jaggi.
No, Uncle, I got it. I got it. 1 minute.
Thank you, Jaggi. No problem. For me, absolutely no problem. Because for the benefit of our devotee, how Swami has done to the desire, genuine desire of your devotee.
I'm just here to share.
Can everyone hear okay?
Yeah.
I've known Sridharan since the year 2013 because he helped me when my dad was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Sridhar Mama had come home. He did a lot of healing for my Appa, and he also did a lot of Reiki healing, and he gave a lot of peace and calmness in the house because it was a very stressful time for us, and obviously nothing seemed to work, and none of the medicines and anything seemed to work. So during that difficult times, it was Sridhar Mama who really installed a lot of positivity in us. And my dad, even though he passed away, he had a very painless and a very relaxed finish to his life, which is like really I owe to Sridhar Mama for this. And so in the year 2016, I was blessed with a baby boy who is currently turning 5 very soon. And so this is a story about how it is the story of my second son. I mean, like his name is Pranav, who is was born in the year 2019, and I would just like to share how miracles do happen, and it's more about having that faith in someone, and that really helps. So we've been trying to conceive for a second baby since 2017. We thought it's good to have a smaller age gap and to have a second one at home. And it's generally we were very my husband and I really wanted a second baby, so we've been trying, but for some reason it was just getting delayed and it wasn't happening like before. And in the year 2018, around February, even my cycle started to be extremely irregular, and it was very difficult to see what was happening. So I went and visited a doctor here, and they ran several blood tests, and then they said everything is perfectly fine. You don't have to worry. You just keep trying for a second baby. It will work and all those. But then it wasn't working, and nothing seemed to work. And coincidentally, I happened to come to Chennai because I am from Chennai. I'd come on a holiday, so we went to Chennai, and my cycle was still irregular. So I thought, okay, let me go and meet a gynec and see what is happening. So I don't want to delay this. So I went and we came to meet a gynecologist in Chennai, and she did several scans and she did several blood tests. And then on the same day, they diagnosed it as low ovarian reserve, which means they said that I have very low eggs in order to conceive. It's practically impossible to conceive, and they said that I'm really approaching menopause, which is very shocking because I'm only 34 years. Of course, in my family, there is a history of early menopause, but I didn't expect that I'll be in one of that. I mean, like, I literally catch that gene and that I'll be actually headed to menopause this early. And, a lot of things started to, I heard it, it was really stressful, and I just couldn't believe it. First of all, I outrightly, my husband was like, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's not possible. So then we went to another doctor. They did the same test. They repeated the ultrasound. They did everything, and they concluded that yes, and it's impossible for you to conceive naturally if you really want a baby. Your biological clock is ticking really fast, so you need to have a baby like immediately. That means you have to go for IVF. Don't even wait. Just go immediately. And we were actually very vulnerable at that stage, and all we know is okay, we wanted a second baby, and we just didn't think beyond that. But then this sort of news really made us more stressful. So it was so almost after that I visited another doctor, and they saw these tests, and then they said, yeah, in fact it looks like you're really low with ovarian reserve, and there's nothing that can be done. There's no miracle that can happen. Nothing can be done. You just have to go for IVF, and that sounds like the best choice if you really want a second baby. But then that made me think whether I really want a second baby with going through all those process of injections and things, because I have nothing against IVF, but it is just that I have a baby in hand. I mean, I have to attend to my son as well. I have to be focused on that as well. I can't be so stressful that I miss out my time with him. So I was like, okay, I don't think I'll go for IVF. I was very confused. And during that time, I spoke to Sridharan Mama. I called him and I said, I'm in India. I've come here, and please, I would like to meet you. And then he immediately came home that same day, and we were talking. And then I told him about this whole situation. He even refused to see my reports. He's like, you want a baby, Gayatri? You will be having a baby. You conceive naturally by this year end. And I said, Mama, look at my reports. My reports are saying that it seems I have only 0.3, where the normal levels should be like 1 or something like that. And Mama, just look at the reports. None of this seem to say anything, and none of the medical professionals say that it's possible to have naturally, you can't conceive naturally. Everyone is telling, and Mama, how would you say this? And then Sridhar Mama was very, very certain. And then he gave us he did a lot of healing for me during that time. He refused to see any medical reports, by the way. So it was like he wouldn't even ask me to believe in it. So I also thought, okay, let's have some faith in whatever is positive rather than looking at something that you can't change. At least this is something that's more like positive, isn't it? So I thought, okay. And the second thing is, he's like, no need IVF, ma. Everything will go fine. Just believe in me. And then I just gave up on IVF. But then I was a bit confused as well, as I was thinking, how is it possible when all the medical professionals say this? And then anyway, so he did a lot of healing, and I left. So in the month of May, I met Sridhar Mama, and he did all this, and then I left back to London. So I came back to London, and here as well, again, I met 2 other top doctors in London. So we went privately, we went with all the reports that we had in India, and I asked her, and she suggested that I either go for an egg donor and I conceived naturally because my uterus was okay. It's just that I have a low ovarian reserve, but otherwise I didn't have any other issues. So she said, why don't you consider that? And then apart from that, they also diagnosed me with having endometriosis. So they said that means that if I'm going for IVF, there are loads of complications, like it could cause a lot of infection, and other things. So they said these are the pros and cons, but definitely that is your only answer to have a second baby if you want a second baby that bad. But then this was like in May. But then I was constantly in touch with Sridhar Mama during these difficult times. Every time I go to a doctor, I come back, I tell him. He would, as usual, continue to say the same thing, that be positive and you will have a baby by this year end. I mean, not baby, you will conceive by this year end. Just listen to whatever they say, but you be positive. Everything will work. And then this happened in May. Around June, all these doctors I met and everything happened. And then July, so around July time, so by then, so very miraculous thing was like from June, July, I think ever since this healing process started or something, I don't know, my cycle became promptly super regular. It started coming exactly as per my previous times. It started to come regularly. And the other good thing was, of course, during this time, I didn't take any medicines. Only thing I did was I just went to acupuncture in parallel. I went to acupuncture. Then I also worked a bit on my lifestyle. Like I worked on not making sure that I don't gain weight. I was trying to eat healthy and all those things. So my cycle resumed normally as well. But it also happened so quickly that I was in a bit of shock, like, okay, so at least that is a good hope. But then we continued trying and everything. And then by September of that month, I conceived naturally with my second one. His name is Pranav. He's currently 18 months old. So I conceived in the year 2018, September. And 2019 July, he was born. He was a full-term baby. Everything went well. Throughout the scans, throughout the pregnancy, I used to speak to Sridhar Mama. Every scan, I would be super nervous because the doctors just told me one thing, that, okay, if you're going to go for natural, if there is less than 2% chance if you conceive naturally, and if you even by chance conceive, you will end up having miscarriages, or they said that there's a very less chance that you'll have a healthy baby. So now that really gave me tension throughout the pregnancy as to what's happening. Is it going to be a healthy baby or not? And how it's going to be turning out. So constantly I would speak to Sridhar Mama during these times. Like every scan I would call him, he would be like, everything is going to be first class, mom. Just go with positive side. And then I go, and then every scan it was all perfect. And my pregnancy went without any kind of complications. It was a very smooth pregnancy, and it was full term, and it was a planned C-section because I had the C-section with my first one, and it ended up being a C-section. But the best part is, during my C-section, the doctor also removed my endometriosis, which is again, otherwise I had to go through another surgery just for that. So I feel that it was very, very amazing story that happened to me with this faith that I had with Sridhar Mama, that I thought I should share it with everyone. So I'm really grateful and thankful. So now Pranav is about 18 months and he's doing perfectly fine. Everything is fine. Nothing like how I used to fear. So I always had that anxiety because whatever the doctor said stuck to my head. But then it was, if I hadn't spoken to Sridhar Mama, I don't think I would have even managed to go through the pregnancy in a very peaceful way, because I think that hope was what I needed actually to hear, like some positive words and things, So like I wouldn't want to worry and otherwise. So I think I would just thought I should just share it to everyone that how this has helped me. And I think good faith, positivity, and a combination of course, doing your side as well. Like we can't just do this. We also have to do our bit by whatever it takes to conceive and side. But still, I think all this added up to having a very healthy and safe baby. So I'm very thankful, and I thought I should just share it with you all. So, anyways, yeah. So thank you so much, and thank you, Mama. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye. Take care.
Mama, you're on mute. Still on mute, Mulu.
Sridharan, Jyoti, I think Mama is on mute.
Yeah. No. Mama, can you try to unmute yourself, Mama?
அப்பா மியூட்டட்ல இருக்க பார்த்திருப்பி.
Okay.
Yes, Mama.
Yes, okay.
Jaggi, whether time is there, Jaggi?
Sure, Mama.
Please. No, I request that is Sesha Salinath is waiting to share his experiences. Other 3 or 4 persons are there. After Sesha Salinath, I will ask 1 or 2. That's all. Is it okay, Jaggi?
Yeah, Mama, that's fine. Definitely.
Please, because there should not be any problem to others.
I hope it's okay for everyone in India, because I think in US it's okay because it's Friday night.
Okay. Anyway, okay. That's what I'm asking. Your USA, no problem, no for other.
No problem, Mama.
Thank you. I request Sesha Salinath to come and have his experiences. Afterwards, only one, then we will meet tomorrow. That's all. Sairam, Sesha Salinath.
Sairam, my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. I am associated with Padmanabh Nagar Samiti at Bangalore from almost more than a decade. Am I audible, Jaggi?
Yeah.
Yes, Uncle.
Okay. It so happened, I also started learning Veda and all those things. I participated in quite a few programs, TRP programs and everything. After when this COVID issue came up, I got a message from our group that this Seattle group is there. They have been conducting this Veda chanting every day, and they are also giving the meanings of all the Vikram. I got it somewhere in the last week of March. I got the message, and if I am not wrong, somewhere by 30th of March onwards, I am associated with this group. And within 2 days of getting associated, I was very much impressed on the way our Bhaskar was presenting. Rather, he continues to present every day. And even the amount of work this entire group, Bhaskar, Jaggi, Chandramoli, Satya, and all these people have done, I was extremely impressed. And during this period, when I was hearing, my son's friend, and it started like this actually, my son's friend's brother, one Mr. Dev Krishna, he has already shared his experiences. We started actually with him. He was down with COVID, very serious. People were afraid whether he would come back home, actually. That was the condition. And that is where my son's friend requested me, Uncle, you are in this spiritual line. I request you to kindly give your blessings and do some chanting for his survival. And that is where I started praying Swami as well as at home. And then suddenly something came in my mind. I requested Bhaskar, this is a situation. My son's friend's brother is admitted in the hospital, is very serious due to COVID. Can we all chant for his recovery? And I have no words to say. Bhaskar immediately said, why not, uncle? We will all pray for his recovery. And that is how it started. And people, the entire group, I could see the messages flowing in like anything. And everybody started praying for his recovery. And with Swami's grace and with God's grace, this person, Dev Krishna, he came back home. His condition was very serious actually. And since then, you see, my belief on Sridhar Mama really multiplied like anything. It was only because of Sridhar Mama's Reiki treatment, this person, Dev Krishna, could come back home. And after that, taking liberty and also permission from Sridhar Mama, I was recommending many people to him. If I'm not wrong, I have recommended more than 10 COVID patients to him. And out of that, one more person who was very bad, like this one, Mr. Deva Krishna. See, he was in ICU for almost about 2 weeks. Even after putting him on high-speed oxygen, his saturation level was not going beyond 80. And I used to request Sridhar Mama, please do something. He said, don't worry. He is absolutely fine. It is a temporary phase. He will recover very quickly. In the next week's time, you will find there will be a lot of changes. And just the way he used to tell, and I used to even inform this person's one, Mr. Kanakraj's wife also, and his relatives, that there is a lot of improvement in him, and his condition is improving. It's a matter of time where he will be shifted from ICU. And once he is shifted from ICU, you will find in 3 to 5 days' time, he will be discharged from the hospital and he will reach home and he will join his family. And the way Sridhar Mama predicted, exactly in the same fashion it happened. Kanakraj, he was shifted from ICU. In fact, his saturation level started improving even without oxygen also. It started going beyond 95. And very short, and after that he was shifted from ICU to the general ward. And in 3 days' time, he was shifted back to home. He was discharged and he joined his family members. And similarly, some more people I had recommended on COVID. One Mr. Ramesh, one Mr. Surya Prakash, they were both admitted in Hyderabad Apollo Hospital. Their condition was also very serious. And unfortunately, in that Apollo Hospital, they were not even permitted to keep mobile with them. And this video treatment, Reiki treatment. However, Sridhar Mama was daily praying for their recovery, and he told me that within both these people will be discharged from the hospital, and it happened exactly in the same way. Another person, just now in the morning, one Mr. Sai Chandrasekhar has already shared his experiences. In fact, as he said, he had been to Prashanti for Seva, and he came back and afterwards he was proved COVID positive. And I got the information from our Padmanabh Nagar Samiti convener, one Mr. Srikanta, that such a thing has happened. And I requested Srikanta, can I recommend Sai Chandrasekhar's name to Sridhar Mama for Reiki treatment? He said, why not? You please contact Sai Chandrasekhar and do the needful. And I contacted Sai Chandrasekhar, and along with him, one more Sevadal member. He is also Vibronics state convener, one Mr. Shekhar Subanna. Both these people, I contacted them and I requested them, you kindly send your photo and your contact number, I would like to provide this Reiki treatment from Sridhar Mama, who has really till now treated more than 4,000 people across the globe. And both these people, they obliged me and they forwarded to me. And I in turn forwarded to Sridhar Mama. And you have already heard what Sai Chandrasekhar said. And in the same way, even Shekhar Subarna also recovered within 5 days. And he was absolutely fine. And now I would like to share my own personal experience here. My wife actually, she has undergone both the knee replacements, and after she underwent both the knee replacement, she had bulging in her spine at 4 places, 4 joints. We contacted the hospital people. They said if it is a bulging at one place, we can give her treatment. Since it is a multiple bulging, we cannot treat her. We can operate, but we cannot give you assurance that she will recover. So it is better you make her to do some daily exercise, and she has to survive in the same. With that itself, the pain will be reduced and she can sustain the daily work also. Then, when I requested Sridhar Mama, I said, this is what is the situation of my wife. And now, due to Corona, we had to dispense with our maid servant also, and the entire work was shared by me and my wife. And due to which her back pain was increasing, and not only back pain was increasing, one nerve started compressing her right leg. With the result, she was virtually limping every day. And she was having unbearable pain. And this is where I requested Sridhar Mama, kindly give her Reiki treatment. And let me share with you, it is more than 3 months she has been continuously giving Reiki treatment to her. And it is because of Reiki treatment she is able to do her daily work. Although I do share part of her burden, but I'm incapable of doing any good cooking and everything. So obviously the cooking work has to be done by her only. But rest of the work I try to share with her. And every day Sridhar Mama has been giving Reiki treatment to her and making her life really cheerful. And along with her, I shared my own problem. I have sinus problem for last 45 years. I told him this is the situation, and during monsoon and winter, till the winter comes to an end, I've been taking antihistamines virtually every alternate day. So will it be cured? He said, don't worry, everything will be all right. He said, you continue to take your allopathy medicine, and I will continue to give you Reiki treatment, and slowly you will find the gap will keep increasing. And let me share with you today, a person who was taking alternate day, I started taking once in a week, and now I've been taking almost once in a month. This is the miraculous treatment of Reiki treatment given by Sridhar Mama. And similarly, see, one person called Chandrasekhar, he had back pain. I told him, Sridhar Mama, to give him Reiki treatment. Within a week's time, his back pain was relieved, and he has started once again driving his vehicle and covering almost about 20 to 30 kilometers distance every day. And in the same fashion, my daughter, who is she's a software engineer for last 2 decades. She developed back pain because of this, because of Corona now. But actually, they have been given lot of project work at home. And she started telling me, Daddy, I have back pain. I'm finding a lot of difficulty to sit and do the work. I said, don't worry. You send me a photo, and I will request Sridhar Mama to take care of you. And let me tell you, within a week's time, he's completely recovered from back pain, and she's back to her normal work. In the same way now, I have recommended one more case, one lady called Savitri. She is at Hyderabad. She is down with kidney problem. Both the kidneys are affected. She is going for dialysis every alternate day, that is 3 times in a week. And she also has cervical spondylitis. I requested Sridhar Mama, please kindly give her treatment. She's quite young. She's just around 48 or so. Sridhar Mama said, don't worry. I will start giving her treatment. And she was unable to come on video. He said, I will give her distance healing. Don't worry. And for last 1 week, he has been giving her distance healing twice a day. And yesterday, this girl Savitri, she was successful in contacting him and taking a video treatment also. And to my surprise, actually, and Sridhar Mama said that you will find a very positive information on Friday. And yesterday, when I contacted this girl, Savitri, she told me, I find there is 10% reduction in cervical spondylitis pain. And I could see her hear her voice was very cheerful. And I told her, don't worry, you will recover completely. Although you are going for dialysis 3 times in a week, very shortly it will be cut down to 2 times and then only once a week, and you will recover completely. This is our Sridhar Mama has assured. Once Sridhar Mama gives an assurance, it is only nothing but Bhagwan, our Bhagwan Satya Sai Baba giving that assurance. I always see him, Bhagwan, in his face. I also tell everybody that he has such a divinely face. If I don't see him, I feel that I have lost something on the day. And my day is not that good. I only feel very happy when I see him. And that is the reason. In fact, every day Sridhar Mama comes to me on video, and both myself and my wife, we have been taking Reiki treatment. We spend a few minutes. He talks to me so lovingly, even to me and my wife. For both of us, every day he gives us blessing. And this is my wife who has just joined. And she also would like to thank Sridhar Mama. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So these
Welcome, sir.
So this is how actually I would like to share my experiences. And I really thank Bhaskar, Yogi, and this entire group, and maximum I would say even to Sridhar Mama, who have really given a lot of life for us. And I'm sure we will continue to do a similar treatment to everybody across the globe. And I have shared sometimes on the group, Sridhar Mama, he gives entire credit to Bhagwan, and Bhagwan gives the credit to Sridhar Mama. So it is like playing table tennis between the two. But the basic fact is, I see Swami in his face, and I also tell everybody to see Swami in his face. He has such a divinely look, always positive, always smiling, always blissful, and blessing everybody. And whatever he says, it comes out true. Thank you, Sairam. Thank you, everybody, for giving a very patient hearing to me. Thank you. Thank you, Sridhar Mama, for giving me opportunity to share my feelings with all of you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Uncle.
Thank you, Yogi. Thank you, everybody.
No problem. Mama, so would you like to continue or you want to do it tomorrow, Mama? It's 8:52 now.
I think we can continue tomorrow, Jackie. I feel like, and then we can...
That's what I thought too. I think looks like we have 3-4 more people, and we have a couple of more videos too, which we can do it tomorrow.
I think maybe videos we can just send it out to the group, Jaggi. So maybe what we could do is to, because tomorrow I think it will be good to conclude. Sairam, brothers and sisters, one quick announcement. So next Saturday and next Sunday, we have our Dr. Sunita Raidu. She's essentially been treating a lot of COVID patients here. and she wants to talk about how to handle, how to look for COVID symptoms and how to actually handle COVID if somebody is, sick with COVID, and what point should you go to the hospital and how to contact her and so on. She also is willing to actually give her phone number and contact information to folks in India and here as well in US, so that in case people need any help at all, she's actually willing to help out as well. So she's planning to give a talk on all of that in terms of how to about COVID and how to manage the current situation. So that will be next Saturday and next Sunday. Talk by Dr. Smita Raidu. So we will have that next week. So tomorrow we will, we'll complete the sharing of the experiences, and then we will conclude for tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Bhaskar.
So while we are on the topic of COVID, yes, Mama.
Yeah. Now my connection has come.
சொல்லுங்க மாமா.
இல்ல அந்த இது போட முடியும் 3 minutes கேட்கறது. So that now
mentioned we can send it out. Yeah,
WhatsApp amchidalam because I think it's already late.
Okay, tomorrow we'll have it.
Okay. I just want to quickly announce about our brother Srikumar's parents. Sorry, I was meaning to announce it last couple of days, but somehow we forgot. So as brother Bhaskar had shared it in WhatsApp group, brother Srikumar's parents are tested positive, and Srikumar is actually traveling to India this weekend. So I'd request everyone to please keep both of them in your prayers, and when we are doing Rudram and Gayatri, please keep them in your prayers, please.
Yeah, they are both doing well actually now. So most likely they'll both be discharged tomorrow by the time Srikumar lands in India.
Yeah, that's great news. Okay. Mama, we can do 3 Om and 3 Shanti and we'll conclude.
Yeah. Om Shanti 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 Samasta Loga Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loga Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Loga Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai. Sai Ram.